There are nights when the silence stretches like the horizon, and I find myself tracing the edge of your memory as if it were the coastline of something sacred. The waves of my heart whisper your name, pulling and returning in a rhythm only the soul can hear. You exist in that trembling distance between what is said and what is meant, between my longing and your imagined reply. I think of you beneath the same stars, knowing the sea lies vast between our worlds, yet the same wind that caresses my face could have brushed your skin a moment ago. I close my eyes and let that thought travel through me like tide water meeting the shore, patient and inevitable. Love in its truest form is not bound by proximity but by presence. Even unseen, you reside in every shimmer of thought I cast into the dark. The ocean may divide our days, but not the pulse that carries your name through mine. Every morning I wake to a silence that pretends to be peace, but is really your absence breathing beside me. The ocean hums in the distance of my dreams, carrying pieces of your laughter through the salt-tinted air of my imagination. I think about how the sea reflects the sky, yet remains its own truth, just as you mirror my heart, but live freely beyond it. My thoughts sail endlessly, drifting toward where I last felt your presence. Sometimes I imagine messages written in bottles tossed into waves of hope, reaching you across invisible lines. Your name feels like a current running beneath my skin, unbroken, unseen. Even in this distance, I hear your heartbeat in the hush between tides, a rhythm that finds me wherever I stand. It is both torture and tenderness to love someone through silence. Yet I would cross 1,000 storms if it meant your soul would meet mine just once again. There are moments when I swear the sea speaks in your voice. The wind carries fragments of words we never said but always meant, and I stand listening, afraid to answer in case the illusion fades. It's strange how love builds its own geography, a map drawn from glances, from memories, from the soft ache of wanting. You live on one shore and I on another, yet the water between us is alive with remembrance. I have tried to tame my heart, to anchor it to reason, but every attempt dissolves like foam beneath a moonlit wave. I think of your hands, how they would trace meaning in the air, how they made even silence seem eloquent. That memory becomes the tide that pulls me under again, willing and lost. If I could, I would carve our initials on the ocean floor itself, where time cannot erode them, and eternity would know what we tried to protect in words too fragile to hold. I once believed love needed closeness to survive, but you have taught me otherwise. You are far, yet nearer to my essence than my own reflection. The ocean is not a barrier. It is our shared cathedral, vast and unbroken, where I kneel in thought and feel you kneel in return. When I walk along the shore, the sand cool beneath my feet, I feel your pulse in the water's retreat. It is as though we are breathing together across distances that only love could bridge. I watch seagulls rise into the sky and think of the way your laughter would chase fear away. My heart grows quiet, humbled by how love endures without demand, without proof. The world may never see what binds us, but the ocean knows. It carries our secret in its endless motion, whispering it through every tide. You are both the calm and the storm that shapes my inner shore. The night turns soft when I remember you, as if even the stars pause to listen. I speak your name like a prayer to the moon, letting its silver reflection dissolve my hesitation. What is distance but a fragile illusion when the same light touches us both? Somewhere across this vast expanse, I know your thoughts ripple toward mine, unseen yet unmistakable. The ocean becomes a translator of silence, its waves repeating what our lips cannot. I wonder if you stand sometimes by your own sea, your gaze meeting the horizon with the same unspoken hope. Love, to me, has become a quiet voyage, a surrender to the unknown. A trust in the current that carries your memory closer. Even the wind seems gentler when I whisper to it about you, as though nature itself conspires to keep our hearts tethered. The ocean between our thoughts is deep, yes, but not unconquerable. Sometimes I dream that the sea dries up just long enough for me to walk across its bed to where you wait. I imagine coral and shells scattered like fallen stars beneath my feet, and each one whispers pieces of our story. But when I reach the middle, the tide returns, pulling me back into the ache of reality. Yet even as I wake, drenched in longing, I smile, because love has made even my dreams sacred. You live there as though time does not exist, as though our separation is only an interlude in a song that eternity keeps playing. The ocean reminds me that patience is also devotion, that waves can touch without ever staying. In that rhythm, I find my peace. I will wait, not in stillness, but in quiet motion, believing that one day the horizon will fold itself into your arms and bring you home to me. I sometimes wonder if the moon envies what we share, the pull, the constancy, the endless dance between nearness and loss. Every tide that rises reminds me of your promises, soft and certain, written not in ink, but in feeling. I trace them in the air and hope the breeze carries them to wherever you are. The ocean listens. I feel it pulse with quiet compassion, as if it too knows the sweetness of distance. In its depths are our reflections, distorted yet unbroken, shimmering like truth, seen through tears. Love is not a harbor, but an open sea. It asks for surrender, for courage to drift without knowing where the shore lies. And I, foolishly brave, let my heart float, guided by the faint music of your soul. When the waves crash, I hear the echo of our laughter. When they calm, I hear your breath. Even in separation, you remain my rhythm. On stormy nights, when the sky opens in fierce abandon, I think of the way you used to look at rain, as if it were something holy. Perhaps that is why I find divinity in chaos now. The sea rages and roars, but beneath the surface, love remains unshaken, a steady current that even tempests cannot touch. I imagine you standing somewhere, maybe far, but feeling the same pull. Our thoughts meet like waves colliding, momentary, powerful, real. It comforts me to believe that even nature conspires in our favor. The thunder carries my voice, and lightning sketches your silhouette against the clouds. The ocean between us becomes less of a distance, and more of a song, fierce, but full of meaning. And when the storm fades, the calm that follows feels like your embrace, silent, infinite, and sure. Love, after all, is not frightened by depth. It lives there, unafraid of drowning.